Ghosts of Mississippi. Ghosts of Mississippi in the key of E, Steeldrivers tune. This is a little video on how to play along with it and how to get just sort of a better leg up on it. It's not exactly how they do it, but it's just so you can figure out a way for you to do it. So this is in G tuning on the banjo, regular old G tuning, but I've raised the 5th string to a B. So normally it would be, there's your 5-string tuning, and I'm doing the railroad spike at that 9th fret, and then have to, of course, retune it because it's never in tune when you use the railroad spike. It's interesting with this, with G tuning with the key of E, you don't temper your 2nd string. It's a little sharper version of a B, as opposed to when you're playing in the key of G, you lower it just a notch. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but in order to get your banjo more in tune. So now we're in the key of E. This is your bass E chord. That's a little better. Is it? Yeah, it is. All right, so it's like an E minor Foggy Mountain breakdown, E minor chord. You're putting your index finger down at the 1st fret of the 3rd string, giving that sort of juicy E chord. So, it starts out with, there's a bunch of different ways you could play this. I like to lead with my thumb. I like to have the thumb be the sort of dominant finger when I pick. So I'm going to bring my thumb up to the 2nd string, to that B note. And I'm going to go to the 5th fret. So 5th fret on the 2nd string. And I'm pinching after, or you can do that little delayed lick, that sort of, it's a little bit of a bum ditty. Almost like the Earl Scruggs lick. But leaving out the index finger. So just thumb, thumb, middle. Yeah, try that. Then I'm grabbing the 4th fret of the 3rd string, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and I'm going to play a little bit of the melody of the song. So I'm going to go. I'm bouncing off the 1st string to sort of keep the rhythm and to... And then getting a hammer on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So here's the first 2 ideas. That sort of bluesy. And then I'm continuing the melody, getting all these blues notes. Let's try all that. Oh, I'm sorry, let me do the little offset lick. Satisfying. Then I'm going to continue the melody. Bouncing every time off that 1st string. This tune is played largely with the thumb and middle finger. Bluesing out, just bouncing back and forth between thumb and middle finger. do it differently than that. I would bring my index finger in and probably use my index finger on inner strings just to get a cooler texture rather than just bouncing coldly off one string, the fourth string, and the first string. So I'd probably do it like this. Finger in just to get some play on the first string, and I'm I like to use all three fingers. It's three-finger picking, you know what I mean? So experiment with that. Experiment with just activating all your fingers, even though the melody really only requires the thumb and middle. So the song pretty much riffs on an E chord, an E major chord throughout. There's one little moment where it goes to a G chord. Yeah. That's very satisfying. Maybe there went a few D chords, but it's like... Alright, so this will give you a way to play along with the recording, and maybe you can start singing it and getting it into your hand, your body. All right, good luck.